Olá raposas e magos, tudo bem com vocês?
Eu sou a Yuki, e bem-vindos ao mundo da Yuki.
Bom vídeo! Continuando da onde paramos raposas e magos. Espero que gostem do vídeo, se inscreva no canal e ative o sininho de notificação para mais vídeos e futuras lives. Deixe seu like e comente o que estão achando. Não deixe de me seguir também nas outras redes sociais, links na descrição e bora lá, raposas e magos.
Threat eliminated. Scanning for next target. Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged. Chat mode activated.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does modes instead of moods, too.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What lovely weather we're having.
Bom dia, bom te ver de novo também. É maravilhoso, não é?
Hey! Don't you start too. One robot's enough.
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment. Hypothetically speaking.
Where did you get greetment from? Never mind. You're doing a whole lot better than the last time we met.
Yes. My cognition and language modules are recovering well. I can now sustain fluid conversation. But I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying. Sincere apologies.
Tudo bem. Vai levar o tempo que for necessário.
Yes, now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object in your hand? A new model of source mechanism?
É uma flor. A dieta fez pra você.
Flower. Flowers are plant reproductive organs. But I detect no signs of life.
It's more like a flower built from mechanical components.
Understood. A flower-shaped machine component. What is its function? Which module is it designed for? Is it compatible with my hardware?
It doesn't have a function. It's just for looking at. You know, a cute little souvenir.
Cute little souvenir. But if it serves no function, for what purpose was it built?
Essa conversa ficou pesada demais.
A cryptex is for sending messages. Machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for?
Acho que para expressar gratidão.
Gratitude?
Yeah. If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a gift, you get them something in return. That's how we show gratitude to other people.
The Flower Feather Clan took me in, so I'm neutralizing threats near their territory. Like that?
Yes, exactly. You got it. So, it all makes sense now, right?
But is this not tit for tat? I heard Mr. Kenichi use this term.
No, that's completely different.
Ideias como essa demoram um pouco para serem compreendidas totalmente.
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose, think of it as a memento of your friendship.
Memento?
Objetivo que simboliza uma lembrança. É para lembrar uma coisa ou alguém.
Important memory. Memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey.
Uma flor? Por quê? Só vai aumentar a carga total.
It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think of it as a little souvenir from me. Something to take with you on the road.
Souvenir?
That's right, a souvenir. Sometimes when people have something important to remember, they'll pick an object to use as a reminder of that thing. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day, you'll see the flower bloom, and suddenly, you'll remember the reason for your journey.
Eu não deveria ficar aqui e te ajudar?
No, everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours and no one else's. Besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If either of us actually wanted to claim on that debt, all they'd have to do is ask. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, it's turned him into something neither human nor dragon. The more he chases the sun, the more it blinds him to the creatures who live by its light. You were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, it'll only stoke the flames of his blind hatred even further.
Mas...
Come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, even a child who's barely learned how to walk could do it. All right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. In 1,000 years' time, you'll have a life far, far away from here. So go. Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
Inefa? Inefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module crashed for a moment. It is now fixed.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long? Oh, you need to rest. Come on, let's get you back.
Back? Back to the Flower Feather Clan?
Yeah, of course. Everything else aside, Adieta and her folks will be leaving soon. Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Tem alguma coisa te preocupando?
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather Clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes. Occasionally, unidentified data surfaces from my memory banks.
E nessa teve uma reação similar a isso quando Shulane disse o nome Liança.
Memory data? So, what about that curse Shilonen mentioned? Does it not hurt to remember anymore?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people uncomfortable.
Isso é equivalente roboticamente de eu me acostumei.
But if I do not recall my memories, I cannot complete my task.
So, is this why you've been spending so much time out here?
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash. This constitutes a safety risk. Therefore, I have been spending time away from the tribe.
Risco de segurança? Como o que aconteceu nos Filhos dos Ecos. Volte com a gente. Não precisa se preocupar com os riscos de segurança com a gente por perto.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Talvez voltar para a tribo traga algumas memórias úteis.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5? Of what?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy accepted.
Ótimo, vamos lá.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after Anefa. I know it's a lot to ask.
It's alright. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave without saying goodbye.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue. All those Shao lanterns lighting up the sky. You've always wanted to see that.
Arieta. Amu. Joashin. I am back.
Huh? Anefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much. Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower.
A dieta dá adeus relutante em Nefa.
What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better, you'll be returning to Not Cry. Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves soon. Maybe we can travel together.
Not cry. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in Not Cry. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now, or someone different?
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different you don't even recognize her?
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define home?
Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to, wherever that might be. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, you can always go back there to rest and recover. I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to, I'm sure it'll be somewhere you feel safe, somewhere you feel you belong. Of course, everyone's situation is different. I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it a reference point, I guess?
Okay. Recorded under reference data.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? There's no law against it. Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories. They might contain the answers you're looking for.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Really? Didn't think it'd be you.
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by Seat standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Inefa.
Já pode crer.
After you parted ways, Kenich put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then he had Ifa send Kakuku to torment him for another night.
Mas ele merecia?
Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words. Sovereign ruler.
Sovereign ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 dragon lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times.
Vigi, acho que já ouvi falar deles.
Wait, really? How? It took me forever to figure this out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory. But one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now, long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember. Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost. Memory.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What? Inefa's a sovereign ruler too?
Could be. Kenich and Ifa have been keeping a close watch on Ahau, in case he reveals anything else. But so far, it seems like those 2 words are all he remembers.
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Inefa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the 8th Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Shasta, did you know this?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. She stood up for the weak, protecting them from those more powerful who sought to exploit them. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and Saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began. But that's as much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
Inessa?
Oh, sorry. My cognition module is acting up again. At some point during this conversation, it started behaving very erratically. You mentioned that the priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs. The only records we have are vague references from after the fact. It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of the other rulers. If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions. In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's mind was ultimately destroyed.
Jeez, what a bizarre method of execution. Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
Você está bem?
I'm fine. This didn't seem to trigger any erratic behavior. So, do you think that my origins have something to do with this sovereign ruler?
Interesting. Well, it's hard to say what, if any, direct connection you have to the Eighth Lord. But since the name Lianka seems to ring a bell for you, why don't you look into it yourself? I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a look if you're interested. Here, take them.
Eu?
Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going to leave. I need you to join me, discreetly.
Estou ouvindo seus pensamentos?
It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, Sweet Lolly.
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven scrolls. Meet me at the other side of the settlement.
Would a machine created by dragons really betray its own kind? She seemed to approve of the path her daughter took. But what about her?
None of the legends of Lianka say anything about her dragon mother defecting to humanity and fighting against dragonkind. Sounds like speculation to me. Maybe the other sovereign rulers just didn't trust her.
So mean. Do you think it's possible that Lianka found a way to secretly save the priestess of, flower feather something?
Hello, traveler.
Shilani, o que tá acontecendo?
Well, see, Lolly hasn't told you everything. There's another sovereign ruler that Inefa might be connected to, not just the one from the Flower Feather clan.
All trace of this other sovereign ruler was lost after the war. The records claim that in their final battle, they fought against Ishkik and Lianka.
O quê? Por que você não me disse nada?
It was, my idea. I suggested we bring up the Dragon Mother first and see how Inefa responds. And, well, Seat Lolly has debriefed me on how it went. Apparently, she barely reacted, despite a very strong reaction to the name Lianka. And to me, that says we need to tread very carefully when probing her about the 11th Lord.
O que tem a 11ª soberana?
She's the one who went missing after the war. Said to be the proudest of all the sovereign rulers, and the most hostile towards humanity. When the Pyro Dragon fell, she couldn't accept that dragonkind had been defeated. She sank into despair and insanity. But the rest is lost to history. There's no way to find out what became of her, or even what her name was.
Remember, though, in essence, these sovereign rulers weren't physical entities, but pure intelligence, built with secret source technology. I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
Você tá dizendo que eu acho que eu tô dizendo?
The point is, if Inefa really does originate from the 11th Lord, then we need to...
What? Have her taken out? Because of some baseless speculation? How would that be any different from what they did to Lianka's mother?
Chaska, what brings you here?
Anyone with a brain could see you were up to something back there. Unless it's a Paimon brain. Or a robot brain.
Okay, you got us. Actually, we never intended to cut you out of this. It's just that see, Lolly's spell only works on the Traveler. But Chaska, I'm telling you, we have legitimate concerns here. This is not baseless speculation. Ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly aggressive. It's as if they're drawn to each other. Inefa could well be the 11th Lord herself. And if so, then the moment she recovers her memory, all of us, all of humanity, will instantly become her enemy.
I've been keeping an eye on movements at the Flower Feather clan. Whatever she was in the past, and whoever she becomes in the future, I trust who she is today.
Even if the past and future Inefa are a completely different person from who she is now?
If you're suggesting that there's a volatile force within her, threatening to rise up and take over at any given moment, that makes two of us. But no one ever gave up on me. Not Mama Bird, not Koichi, not my dad. So what right do I have to give up on her? If Lianka was here, I have every confidence that she'd say the same. Besides, even if the 11th Lord rises again and declares all of us her enemy, the solution is simple. We defeat her. The heroes managed it, so there's no reason we can't too.
Especialmente comigo aqui.
Fine. I had a feeling this might be your reaction.
Look, I get it. You're only acting like the villain here to make us realize how serious the situation is. You know how I know that? Because when I was a kid, they brought me to you for treatment, and you didn't give up on me either.
Yeah, well, playing the villain is a force of habit for old Granny by this point. Just know you've been warned, all right? Watch out for any new developments and make sure you know where she is at all times.
Isso realmente sou como a vovó falando com um adolescente rebelde.
Hey, the spell hasn't worn off yet, you know. Anyway, now that we're all caught up, you should get back on Inefa watch, and we should get back to investigating.
Help! Someone! Oh, Chaska? What are you all doing here? And when did Shiloman show up?
Paimon, you were supposed to stay with Inefa.
Oh, right, Inefa. Something weird happened. She got halfway through those woven scrolls and then flew off all of a sudden. Paimon tried to stop her, but she wouldn't come back.
Did something trigger a new memory? This doesn't make any sense. She barely responded when we were chatting. What could it...
No idea. But it must be something important. 'cause she sure looked like she was in a hurry. Also, she said, annihilation mode activated.
Okay, Chaska, you're our eye in the sky. Find out where she's gone. We'll inform everyone else. Tell them to be on high alert.
Roger that.
Vou junto.
Wait, don't you want to discuss this first? Hey, wait up! Slow down! Paimon's gonna puke!
Target acquired. Activating annihilation mode.
Whoa! Are these all secret source automatons?
Vamos derrotá-los.
Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived. Traveler, Paimon, Chaska. Gratitude.
Not now! Save it for later!
Defensive mode engaged.
No one escapes that sight!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
Come a little closer.
Defensive mode engaged.
Let's fuck things up. Oh, so sorry.
Threat eliminated. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it isn't working. We can't keep waiting around for her to leave the settlement.
Well, well. An ancient relic from Natlan's dragon civilization. If you want to play with fire, then be my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
Tinha que ter fato aí no meio, né?
Hamu! Hadieta! Are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mom's hurt.
I'll be okay. I just hurt my ankle. Inefa got here just in time.
Why would they do this? Why?
Look, no one could have known the automatons would ambush you here. Don't blame yourself.
I...
Wait, how did Inefa know to come here? Did she sense that they were in danger?
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons talking.
Bem, isso é interessante.
Even now, I still hear them.
Really? Paimon doesn't hear anything.
Hypothesis. Language module requires translation functionality. Please wait.
Inefa desmonta os automatos.
Finished. Please try again.
Whoa, that was quick. How come you're so familiar with their architecture?
I have seen them many times before. At least I think so.
More random memory data, I guess.
Reconnecting.
Wow! It's actually talking!
Hey! What do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
Os Fatui.
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers certainly aren't capable of this, and besides, we know everything they're up to. Has another Fatui regiment infiltrated Natlan?
The Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Ugh! Why is it getting so choppy? Bad signal, maybe?
Hypothesis. Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. Combining these words with what I've heard so far, I believe the full message should be: the Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Oh. So all the recent automaton attacks, the Fatui were behind it all along?
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No!
Então, quem é você?
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn? Who or what is that?
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
I think she wants me to go with her to return the core, so she can repair the damage done by the Fatui.
Wait, you mean she knows you?
Yes. Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
Então Inefa é a governante soberana desaparecida que lutou contra Lianca.
What? So, Inefa is the 11th sovereign ruler?
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moments ago. We shouldn't trust everything it says. You say Inefa is the 11th Lord. What proof do you have?
Return to the 8th Lord's territory, and you can restore all of your memory data.
Inefa? What did she say?
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore all of my memory data.
8th Lord? Lianca's mother's territory? What does the 11th Lord have to do with that?
You were split, then exiled, and finally reborn.
Ugh, this is getting weirder by the second. What did she say this time?
Excessive signal interference. Unable to translate. The signal should improve as we get closer to her territory. Traveler, Chaska, shall we proceed?
Wait, you should think this through carefully. I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that entered Natlan recently. They're kind of a special ops team. Definitely not your average soldiers.
Oh?
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about all kinds of ancient civilizations. They say they're trying to make some sort of inference. The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nodcry, known as Marionette.
Marionette? How exactly do you know all this?
I, heard bits and pieces at the market in Nasha Town, but I figured they were just rumors. Didn't realize it was true.
Is that right? How come I'm only hearing about this now?
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey, and like I said, I thought they were just rumors anyway. Didn't want to worry you.
So these Fatui are soldiers, huh? Who's stronger, Them or Enefa?
Enefa, of course. But still, maybe you should tread carefully here. Enefa's already had to rescue us so many times now. I'd be mortified if anything happened to you.
You're right. First things first. Amu's injured. We should take her back to the tribe and get her checked out. And as for this 11th Lord business, we need to discuss this with the others before deciding how to proceed.
Uma 11ª soberana, com as memórias recuperadas, provavelmente verá a humanidade como inimiga. Os piores temores de vilões citarem podem ser então na realidade? Precisamos contar a elas.
Look, I know the news about the 8th Lord and Marionette is very concerning. But we should probably come up with a plan before checking things out.
Understood. Destination cancelled.
Não perca a esperança. Esse ainda é grande avanço.
Yes. New destination. Flower Feather Clan.
Traveler, Enefa, could you check that the coast is clear? I'm gonna patch up Amu, then head out.
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad has some things to take care of, so I'll be staying out here a while longer.
You're not coming back with us. Why not?
Dad's gotta pack up the luggage and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't forget, they're our ticket to a great new life in Liyue. Don't worry, Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to be okay.
I'll get help as quickly as I can. If anything happens, save yourselves first.
Huh? Why'd it stop moving? Has it malfunctioned on us?
Liyue, merchant. His portrait is hung up at the Futui stronghold.
You're saying Zhuoxin might be a Fatui spy? And he's staying behind as their eyes on the ground. But should we really leave Enefa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just... Are you sure you'll be okay keeping an eye on her by yourself?
Por mim tá de boa. Agora os únicos que podem entendê-la.
You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bigger threat than any sovereign ruler. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the 11th Lord. It's that automaton, too. I'm still not convinced we can trust it. Why the sudden request for assistance from the 8th Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived? Surely there'd be at least some mention of that in the tribal legends. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up.
Hey, Chaska! Amu's ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Arieta to safety. If you have to leave the area for any reason, be sure to leave a trail.
Vou deixar.
He's on the move. Huh. So much for keeping the goods safe. Do we think he's going to meet someone? Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our chance to get our hands on some really useful intel. Either about the sovereign rulers or this marionette person.
Shall we follow him?
Sim, mas deixe uma trilha para podermos seguir.
Got it. Stealth mode activated.
Would it not be even stealthier to just not say that out loud? Dig a random tunnel in the middle of nowhere. Unless it's the entrance to one of the Sovereign Ruler's territories!
The territory was sealed by Lianka. This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Hey! That was pretty clear this time! What's changed?
Getting closer. Increased activity in language module.
O que você quer dizer com selado?
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it.
Huh? You're breaking up again! Oh, looks like the signal's still pretty choppy.
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found a weak point and broke in.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. Well, this is probably a good point to stop and wait for reinforcements. What do you think? Inefa? Oh no! What's she doing? She's charged right in!
Eu deixo de olhar por um segundo e agora essa.
Wait.
Traveler, are we going after her? Or waiting here?
Vamos atrás dela. Prometi ficar de olho nela.
All right then. But let's be careful.
Enfim, nas ruínas. Sempre olhe os lados, às vezes tem baú.
Huh? Where is this? Are we inside the territory?
Yeah. Did you black out or something? You just took off!
Cognition module unstable. Attempting to refresh. It appears that it was accessed by an external source.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons.
Quem é você? Por que você fez isso?
Currently, I am but a lowly service bot. But in the distant past, I was known by another name. The 8th Sovereign Ruler. The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers.
The 8th Lord? You're Lianka's dragon mother? But weren't you,
8th Lord. Were you not executed?
Moments after I was cursed, Lianka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
Lianka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes. Lianka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you. It is the only way our kind could escape from the curse.
How does forgetting everything protect me?
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our minds. A regulatory program that cannot be removed.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain tears you apart, doesn't it?
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions.
It destroys your mind, swallows your soul, prevents you from finding a new home.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you are rebooted, you began storing new memories, and started finding the desire to belong emerge once more.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking, but that was as bad as it got.
From now on, your name's Enougha!
So too has the exile's curse resurfaced, forcing you to forget all over again.
This is a lot to process.
Então, quem colocou isso na Enougha?
No. Automated defense system activated. Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the fertility.
Hey! I'd please finish what you were saying!
It's gone silent.
E agora? Procuramos algum lugar que o sinal é melhor?
It must want us to go further in, right? Well, looks like there's no going back now anyway.
This is just a secondary access tunnel. If we make it to the center, there should be other routes out of the territory. Please come with me. It is my fault that you're trapped here. I must ensure your safe return.
Oh, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure you get back safely too.
Seja de volta para Natlan ou Nordcry.
Yes, I too must return.
Do you really trust her, Lianka? This malfunctioning part of the sovereign ruler's mind.
I trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious being, whatever its origins may be, has the right to freedom.
Freeze! Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
No one escapes my sights! Hey!
What's this? This one will be frozen. Cool it. Insulation chamber deployed.
Registro do chefe 1.
A Ajay Kumilaika invadiu meu laboratório furioso, perguntando se eu havia ensinado aos humanos como utilizar o floristo. Usei frutíferas de mel verdes para acalmá-lo, então pedi que me explicasse o ocorrido. Segundo ele, parece que uma comunidade humana nas proximidades de Kumalanki misteriosamente dominou o poder do floristo e começou a se expandir. Nos últimos 3 meses, eles destruíram mais de vilarejos, indo de arrasta cerca de pessoas. como oferendas humanas. E os corpos lançados na água, cerca de... chegaram a bloquear até mesmo as correntes turbulentas do rio Chalon. O líder desse grupo se autoproclamava herdeiro de Chaaki, alegando que encerraria a Era dos Dragões e unificaria os humanos de Natlântia sobre uma única bandeira. Ix, Rek, Hatik, Obala, Ka-Alahum suprimiu a revolta em apenas 2 dias, o considerando arrogante. Foi de arrasta no banheiro por sua cobiça favorita, que ele havia raptado. Sem seu líder, a tribo mergulhou em guerra civil e se fragmentou, mas o segredo do flogisto já havia sido espalhado. Parece completamente impossível contê-los nesse momento. Se não fosse tu, este lorde de garras suaves e coração mole, então o que mais poderia ter cometido totalmente loucura se não... Ava Adja não terminou a frase, apenas murmurou essas palavras e se retirou. No fundo, ele não parece realmente se importar com o fato dos humanos terem aprendido a usar o flogisto. Sua ira vem do fato de ver um uso tão superficial provando sua pesquisa. Mas eu me importo. Não consigo entender porque Kukulkan, afinal ninguém mais faria tamanha tolice, teria dado o flogisto aos humanos. Consigo compreender que ele despreza essas pequenas vidas trazidas pelo usurpador celestial, mas não entendo por que optaria por um método tão cruel para incitá-los a autodestruir. É como colocar uma faca enferrujada nas mãos de um bebê em prantos. É uma crueldade vil e desumana. O que mais ele poderia esperar disso, além de mais sofrimento e arrastas para cima? Fui encontrar Kukulkan em segredo e o confrontei diretamente, perguntando quais eram suas verdadeiras intenções. Como sempre, ele adotou aquela postura orgulhosa e impenetrável, fingindo ser insondável, e com frieza negou todas as acusações. Disse que eu não estava realmente preocupado com os interesses de nosso povo, mas apenas tentando aproveitar a oportunidade para ganhar mais poder. Por isso me deixei levar por calúnias tão absurdas. Ri de tanta raiva que nem cheguei a comer as bragas Kenapa. Rebati suas palavras e fui embora. Ele é assim, despreza os semelhantes, zomba dos que compartilham seu sangue, nunca compartilha seus pensamentos com os outros dragões, mas ainda assim se ressente por não ser compreendido por eles. Mas se não revelar o que carrega no coração, como espera que alguém entenda suas intenções? O rei é tolerante demais com ele, tanto que o próprio Kukulkan já não sabe mais o que é certo e o que é errado. Afinal, seja qual for o caminho que ele escolherá, o rei sempre o acolhe com a mesma gentileza. É certamente por isso ele se sente cada vez mais perdido, pois, não importa para onde, a luz que vê é sempre a mesma. E assim, ele já não distingue mais que estrada está trilhando. Toda a desconfiança que ele dirige aos outros, no fundo, é desconfiança de si mesmo. Eu sinto pena dele.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance. Careful! Don't touch it!
Bem, raposas e magos, eu vou ficando por aqui. Espero que gostem do vídeo, se inscreva no canal e ative o sininho de notificação para mais vídeos e futuras lives. Deixe seu like e comente o que estão achando. Não deixe de me seguir também nas outras redes sociais, links na descrição e até breve.